Why can't you leave my self-fiction? Why can't I get a break from this? I can't. And so I leave myself and my dreams then, 'cause I'll never get it back. Why can't you love someone as you should be? Why can't you love someone forever? Why can't you love someone around never come around this place anymore? Oh, I don't know.
All right, welcome in everyone. It is the King of the Restreams here hosting another week of the best of 99 for all of you. Yes, we are coming up close to the halfway point of this summer series, and things kind of starting to heat up now as we saw last week, a return to action after a 2-week hiatus. Saw a little bit of underwhelming performance from one of our players. I think he certainly is looking to get that vengeance back in and get back in the saddle of playing. But before we get to all that hubbub, I want to just give a shout out to the vocals that you're hearing currently right now and the song before that. This is from the artist known as Michael Kahn, aka Dog playing Tetris, the two-time world champion of classic Tetris, also now an acclaimed musician. You're hearing his great tones, his dulcet voice, and I'd like to thank him for allowing us here to promote his new single that you're listening to right now. This is called Leave Someone by Michael Kahn. It's available now on YouTube and Spotify and all many other music platforms that you can stream on. And check him out at youtube.com at Dog Playing Tetris. He does have some Tetris videos up there along with these two songs that he has. So certainly give it a subscribe, give it a like, give it a share, do all that good stuff that we do here. And I'm going to share that I'm not only hosting this, but I host it with a friend of mine. He is a pal. He is a co-organizer. He's a sweetheart. He's an all-bar. He's an all-star. And, of course, the most important thing is he is a Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Hopefully we're on cam together, because I'm going to hit the button now. This is my good friend, Mr. Christopher Bidwell. BSG 4000, how you doing tonight, buddy?
King, I'm glad to be back. It's been almost a month for me. I did catch the end of last week. It was kind of brutal, so hoping for some rebounds and a nice, close, tight match this week.
Yeah, I am too. I think we're going to see Jeff bouncing back big time. I can't imagine that he would allow himself to get double swept or even, an 8-1 or 7-2 this week. But again, Bidwell, he's playing like one of the best DAS players in the world. So even if that happens, you can't blame him. I think the only thing you can really ask for is for him to give his all tonight and just know that he's doing the best he can. That's all I can envision.
I was those last couple of games, especially when he was in the mid 100s. I think he was pressing a little too much. We'll get to the keys of the game in a moment, but relax just a little bit. Old school Jeff will be back before you know it.
Absolutely. I think you can't ever count him out. And, history has told us that this has happened before, Bidwell, where Jeff has been destroyed 9-0. It happened back in Season 2 versus Ben Mullen. It was Jeff's first time in the Best of 99 series. And what happened after that? Oh, he just ran roughshod on Ben the rest of the way, winning,
Right.
65 out of the next, 81 games they played after that. So the percentages are in his favor if that is to repeat itself. But again, Sharky is certainly a different caliber player than our icon Ben Mullen, who witnessed all that last week.
I was just about to say that. I think we can maybe blame that on Ben, so you don't have to make excuses, but throw it on Ben. He won't mind.
Oh, of course he won't mind. No, in fact, I think he'll encourage it. Good to hear
Of
that Ben said he'll come back again later in the season to come join us so we can do a 3-man booth and have all the good
Heck
dad
yeah.
jokes going on. So I can't wait for that.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
freaking go. So we're going to move on over to the rules for the best of 99 for those that are unfamiliar with how this works. It's very simple. Players will start on level 18 only. That is where the pros play. Players will restart the match if they top out at under 100,000. And for our friend Chris Bidwell, they went perfect last week, 9-0, no restart. So overall in the season, over the first 4 rounds, only 2 restarts, 1 for each player. So definitely we're looking at something very special. I think we could probably see the all-time low of top outs in that regard. Mullining games is at the discretion of the player, so regardless if we have a top out at 100K or if they're going to go all the way to kill screen, they can mullen it out if they feel that they're on good pace. So we've seen that a couple times before. And 9 games are played, each round over an 11-week period. Dates are subject to change as we have had to make some accommodations for vacations and whatnot. But it looks like, Bidwell, the rest of the way here, you can see the schedule. We're going to go straight through. No more breaks as long as, nothing catastrophic happens. So we're starting here August 7th is round 5. Round 6 will follow soon on the 14th, the 21st, the 28th of August, going from 6 to 8. And then the final third, 9, 10, and 11 will be September the 4th, 11th, and 18th, respectively, which gets us pretty close to the Jonas Cup there, Bidwell, which is what these two are training for. And certainly, I think all their good efforts are going to show when we get to that big tournament.
We've been making plans for the past month for Jonas Cup. It's going to be special. We're branching out into majors and along with all of our regionals. So CTWC is continuing to grow, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
And we're glad that you are definitely a part of it and one of the main guys behind the scenes to make it happen. Can't do it without you, buddy. But what I can do is we're going to shift on over, and hopefully our two players are listening in and getting set because they certainly need some keys to victories, and who else better than anyone to give it to them than our Lifetime
Oh my
Achievement
goodness.
Award winner, Mr. Chris Bidwell. Go ahead, tell us what the players need to do in order to be successful tonight.
Well, let's talk about brain power. First, Jeff, forget about last week. He's back from vacation. It just didn't have it. I was on vacation myself, and I caught the end of it, and he was pressing a little too hard near the end, and it just wasn't happening. But like I said earlier, just kind of let that go. Started as a fresh new week, fresh new tournament, and the old Jeff will be back. Even if he loses 6-3 or even 7-2 this week, just getting on the board is gonna be huge. Just get that first win, set the tone. Sharky, remember last week? I guess apparently it was 1,000,000,000 degrees at his home, and it still is tonight. So maybe that extra heat is giving Sharky an extra advantage. We'll see. And kind of hold off those Jeff comebacks if possible. And then let's get that max out counter up. We've already broken the record, yes, for a season of best of 99. So let's keep increasing that record. I got my cowbell right here, ready to go. And looking forward to seeing those million-point scores here on best of 99 increase that record.
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, we've been able to see that we've been upping the ante with the player caliber here. No disrespect to our initiators of Louis and Ben, but certainly each season has gotten better and better, and the games have gotten stronger and stronger, and this one's certainly not going to be any exception. So good keys tonight, victory from Mr. Chris Bidwell. I would absolutely take those advices with more than just a grain of salt, definitely.
All right.
All right, so Sharky says...
Did see a message Sharky's restarting, but there's the Jeff.
Yeah, we'll take a quick look over there and just see. Yeah, he's in the middle of restarting, so that's fine. What we'll do is we'll just throw it to this lovely open there, and we can, give a... Yeah. Well, you're seeing yourself there, but no, that's what the fans are seeing right there. They're seeing these two handsome devils right there. They're about to embark on another week of intense gaming, and we'll also listen one more time to our friend Michael Kahn with his new single "Leave Someone," available on all the streaming platforms that you can find mainly on YouTube and Spotify. And check them out at youtube.com/@dogplayingtetris. Bidwell, you were on the sidelines last week. You got to hear me and Ben tell some good stories. Ben gave some good thoughts on his experience at Jonas Cup, at the World Championships in the summer. And, he liked the change and all that stuff. What were some of your takeaways from the World Championship?
This past year, just the size of the stage, and it just felt different. The new venue, the time of the year, there was just an electricity here the entire weekend, the Friday night activities. I was in the back with the bronze bracket, whatever, that was what it was, but I don't know. It was a different vibe for sure, and I'm definitely looking forward to being back in California next year. But just the overall production was what really got me. It just had that gravitas that we hadn't had in previous years, and hopefully we can continue to even build out even more.
Yeah, I think definitely the production value was upped tenfold, thanks to a lot of people that helped put that together and working with Vince to make that happen. And whether we could repeat that again next year or up the ante to do something even bigger and better, time will tell. But I think at the end of the day, everybody knew that was the event to be at, and I think people that maybe missed out this past year certainly will look to try to make it out for the next year or the years after that, because it is a special moment, right, Chris, where you get to have that whole community build together, get to see everyone that you normally don't see or just converse with through these social platforms, and just spend that time together. Again, time is so precious. You never know what happens.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of the reasons I've been on the road so much this year, is just getting to hang out with my Tetris and Dr. Mario friends. My version of midlife crisis is going out to Tetris tournaments, so I guess that's a very mild midlife crisis, but I'm certainly getting my money's worth with all the travel and seeing everybody in person, and I'm going to see a bunch of people this weekend. And there was the... we're in for a treat here.
Oh, well, he said he was going to do it, right? He said he was going to do it. Oh, my word. Well, it's 90 degrees in that room, Bidwell. I can't blame him. So, very simple. You got to do what you got to do. So, I'm just going to fix up some cams here for him. And then we got to fix a Jeff cam as well. He's kind of changed his setup, so I need to fix his cam. And then we're about almost ready to get set here.
There we go.
Round 5, looking forward to another good week of fun from both our heroes here. As we're about to just get set, I'll fix that in the transition. And there they are, Chris, our two heroes there. Boom! Tetris with Jeff, and it's Sharky. If Jeff is playing, his capture card probably needs to get fixed because nothing's moving.
Unplug it, plug it back in.
$97 degrees now, Bidwell. It's 97 degrees in there.
97 on your FM dial. Is that a dated reference?
Yes, but
Yes.
for the crowd that we have here, it's okay.
Yeah, that's all about the cringe.
Yeah, and certainly we have the right crowd for that.
Oh,
right.
Let's go.
All right, so players look like they are just about ready to go. Let's drop a seed in there in just a moment. Just waiting for this to change on the lower third. There we go. And let's get a seed in for our players, because that's what they've been doing. These whole series is playing with the same P sequence. It's going to be 39 2D7E, Chris Bidwell. 39 2D7E.
Play along at home. Why not?
We encourage it.
Got our good luck, have funds.
Shirts versus skins here, Bidwell, they say on YouTube.
I don't know. We're going to get flagged for this?
Definitely not. No.
Okay. Just checking.
Yeah, we're good. We're within TOS rules here. We're good. But what I need to do is also have a prediction going for our heroes.
Yep. Will the heat be a factor for Sharky this evening?
I mean, it ended up not being so much the last time they played, but I think with a rejuvenated Jeff, now that he's got his feet back under him and maybe getting some more reps in this week, it could be. It definitely could be.
I mean, if Sharky continues his hot streak, then I suppose Jeff could go outside at the Vegas heat and counteract it. So might be a strat here for subsequent weeks. We got it ready from Jeff.
Just waiting on a final ready from Mr. Sharky. He was getting those last-minute quick taps in, making sure that those fingers are ready to go. He's going to need all the tricks of the trade that he has in his arsenal in order to take on a rejuvenated Jeff. So again, seed is 39 2D 70. 39 2D as in David, 7E as in extra. Or
extra. Look at those 1.2, 1.1, 1.1 warm-ups. Ooh, here we go.
You know, Jeff has got like half of that on his entire screen there, so yeah. Will be quite interesting to see how they fare.
You know, the point of these is to get everybody pumped up and up their game, and for the what this year is going to be the Jonas Cup, and it has been effective in that. And Sharky looks to really wants that title. I mean, he even claimed the other night that he isn't the favorite, he's a favorite, but I think he really wants it, so he's putting in all the reps he can here.
Well, we're about to get some more reps going in. It is time to start round number 5, game number 1, and game number 37 overall. Bid, we'll count them down for this first one.
Here we go in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
The J, L, and J to start. Sharky will be there momentarily. J, L, and the J to start. There you go. Same pieces are implemented, Bidwell. We're underway. It is round number 5. Big round for Jeff tonight. He's got to get back in the saddle. He's got to, you know, Ben and I had talked about this. Even if you don't win the sets as far as the overall rounds are concerned, the games overall is concerned, it's about the sets too that you kind of had talked about last year with Jeff and Alex, where, you know, you could still win the sets and maybe have a claim to say who really is the winner of the best of 99.
Yeah, it's definitely not over yet. It's 3-1 advantage for Sharky right now, but another 5-4 win from Jeff tonight would pretty much not even it up, but make that a definite goal for Jeff for the rest of the season. And you see he's not pressing down early, so a little early shift.
Interesting he didn't go with the long bar to take a burn there. Would have burned him with like a triple maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he is Tetris ready still. Oh boy. He is short of the 100,000 threshold. And just, you know, he's handling it. It's only halfway up the board.
And as we've seen from him before, Bidwell, he doesn't like to give those away. He likes to try to dig them out. Quick tap of that L. Yeah, quick tap of the L there, kind of needing a piece here, but we'll get the top out.
It'll be start.
Yeah, there you go, full start here. Welcome back, Chris Bidwell. The streak is over. 9 games last week, flawless. You're back this week, and we're already off to Mulligan. Sharky, if you could top out, thank you very much. Jeff has not met the 100K threshold, so we will redo game number 1. And again, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure Jeff had an opportunity to take a triple down on the right side, opted not to do that. And again, kind of going back to your keys of victory here, you know, got to play a little safer, I think, in the first couple of games here, just to make sure that you're feeling comfortable, right, Bidwell?
Yeah. Jeff made his brand by playing aggressive. He took Jonas to a decider in 2016 by playing aggressive. So I am also a fan of not drastically changing your game. So I could totally see that. And with the 100,000 point threshold, it didn't cost him this time. So let's see what happens here in Arc 2.
Indeed. And the last time that Jeff had a early top out where we had to redo a game, which was back in the first round, he ended up maxing out the next game right after that. So we'll see if history can repeat itself.
Go.
I'm just waiting on a ready from Sharky. Looks like he's ready. There we go. He's got it now.
All right, Mark 2, game 1 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
DBKH93 on YouTube says warm-up round. Absolutely. There you go. That was the warm-up round. A couple of squares to start for both players. And here we go.
Down point.
There we go, Bill. Yeah, Mark 2, you know, clap there. So Chris, you know, these two players, start to spiel all over again, right? These two players certainly giving us some great games and not so great ones. But I think that's what you're going to see overall in the best of 99 series. You're not going to see legendary games all in 99. You're going to get some duds along the way. But I think really what we're looking at is the consistency that these two can do as far as getting to transitions. Certainly Sharky, looking at his scores overall from the last 4 rounds, he's got quite a number of 800s and above overall. I think probably the most we've seen in the series so far.
Yeah, it's just this amazing consistency that you never thought to see in the DAS game. The rollers came around, the tappers came around. They were pressing and pressing. You never thought the DAS would. They're not exactly catching up with the elite level of score making, but they are. It's certainly. Had we seen this in 2018 before the tapping era really took off, we'd still be amazed at this. So the entire game has evolved, not just the play styles themselves.
Agreed.
So we have broken the threshold.
All right, so nothing happened that first 5 minutes, so we're all good. This is, the living in the now.
Our child only expect 97 legendary games, so that's decent average.
Well, then I guess Varchild was not here last week. So it's okay. 131 for Jev out of Tetris will go to 154. Sharky at 164. Sharky behind by about 7 lines to start. So right now pace is in his favor. And Bidwell, Ben Mullen was here. Last week we had a real treat that he was hanging out with me to kind of cover for you while you were on vacation. He definitely was oohed and awed by what he saw Sharky doing, but he also told some great stories about an old friend of his that, hopefully if we could try to maybe get in contact, convince to come out. Bo Style. Legendary player from back in the day. Certainly outstanding DAS player. Would love to see him come to the Jonas Cup. What takes do you have on Bo? How well did you know him back in the day before he kind of went into seclusion or retirement?
I don't think, was he back in, because I missed in 16, and that was, so the Best of 5 film was based in 14. I didn't attend that year. I was there in 15 as an announcer. That was the only real time I got to see him play, and I think he got bumped early that year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm sure Wing or somebody in the chat will correct me on that. But he always just seemed to be one of those perennial guys, and then when the new wave took over, I don't think he was even there in 19 when that happened. So it's unfortunate he's just not one of the people I got to meet. But we have the Minnesota Regional coming up also, so maybe perhaps he could be convinced to show up there. I believe he still lives in Minnesota.
Yeah, Ben says he lives about an hour west of him. So Ben did mention maybe he'll try to reach out and just get some thoughts and see where his Bo's at. And worst case, even if he doesn't attend the Jonas Cup or play competitively, I'd like to see him at least come back into the scene. I'm sure many people would love to hear some stories or get his thoughts on where it is today.
Yeah, this is a pretty good game while we're going on about Bo. 351, 355, and Sharky has about 3 lines of trash to clean up.
There you go, Jeff, with the safety triple. I think you kind of, maybe in his mind, Bidwell was thinking, oh, I would have just loved to have not taken that burn because the bars were coming. But I think first game, you got to kind of get that monkey off your back. You went down 9-0. Got to get back on the saddle.
For sure. I mean, it's still 0-0 here. And Sharky playing halfway up the board still, so the lead is increasing now for Jeff as we approach transition. Pretty good pace. I'll just use the P word now.
P word is no longer a curse word anymore these days, Bidwell, so you're okay.
I know, but I've been bummed too many times by my misuse of it.
413 for Jev, looking to avoid having that lone bar dependency. Well done for him, taking a good burns, and then you see he'll take that extra double.
He has to waste 2 lines.
But I think right now, I think right now Bidwell the goal for him again. Like we said, just try to get the transition, play as well as you can, and see how it goes. If you can steal this first game, take that monkey off your back, knowing that you're not getting swept this week, because you certainly don't want to go down that way. And if my memory serves me correctly, when we came back from Jeff getting 9-0'd from Ben in Season 2, Jeff actually lost the first game there too, and then is when he took off.
But one more Tetris here for Jeff. We'll put him at a 489 transition, which is fantastic. Because we don't count that first Mark 1 game. That didn't actually happen. So Jeff's transition is basically perfect. Sharky does have a bit of a pace lead and the actual lead. But if you're a Jeff Moore, you got to be happy with this right now. Keeping that wide, keeping that too wide. 547 for Jeff.
Yeah, Sharky at the transition. Yeah, a little high there. Just wanted to get that last Tetris in, but didn't come at the time he needed. Now he's got Lombard dependencies. Quick taps are needed for Shark. And he's in trouble here, Big Ball.
Needs a line. Sharky needs a line. He gets it. Oh, he can't get it over. 542. Jeff Moore takes game 1.
And there you go, Bidwell. Just exactly what the doctor ordered. Jeff not going to get 9-0. No sweep tonight. At least in regards to him getting swept. He'll get that one game that he sorely needed last week. Nice recovery after the early top out in game number 1. Sharky building kind of high. Had opportunities to maybe take a couple of burns going into transition. Wanted that Tetris, and it gets foiled. So Jeff, again, as always, mulleting is at the discretion of the player, so please feel free. We want to see the max out, but he'll top out instead.
As soon as we mention it, nope.
All right, so GG's there. We're going to give game number 1 to Mr. Jeffrey Moore. So he's on the board. Nice to see that here, Bidwell. And, you know, Sharky's like, okay, I'll give you 1. The next 8 are mine.
Yep. Well, that's all it needs here. And, again, even the best players in the world, if you have a bad transition, it might be difficult to fight out of that.
Players are ready to go, Chris, for game number 2. Go ahead and count them down.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
So good, nice start there for Jeff to get the monkey off his back. He didn't want to have to go into this series with a loss right away, because that kind of just starts to deflate you a little bit. Now he can feel good. It's like, okay, we got 1. Got to go 1 game at a time. And, you know, Bidwell, sometimes it can be a little difficult for players to kind of keep that focus in as far as the end goal here, where you're playing a best of 99. You're trying to be the first to 50. Sharky's already, you know, halfway over the mark with 26 wins, so he's only got to get another 24 in the next set of games. Well, Jeff has a chasm, I would call that maybe a Vitz XL.
Sure. Interesting solve for it, but this line bar drought here. Gonna get out of it, but still only 36,000 points, so still a bit of a ways until the official game. And Jeff now back into safety. Sharky does have now at the commanding 98-46 lead. But still early, lots of time to let this match develop.
Yeah, I think most important thing is that he was able to get out of that. Again, a confidence boost over the last week where he can feel like, okay, I can get out of these things. I can dig them out. No worries. We got time. And only really a 4-line differential at the moment, so we'll see if, you know, Jeff going to start pushing down again, or will he take his time and maybe try to keep pace with Sharky. That way, Tetris coming in for him will go to 117,000. So we're 2 for 2 here, Bidwell, after a false start.
Yep. Never happened. Jeff, seeing the long piece, decides to wait for the next one. Now the long bar blurry here. This is nuts. Both players taking advantage.
Yeah, as a player, sometimes you get a little. Yeah, I mean, sometimes as a player, you get a little worried because when you get like a blitz of bars coming in, then you're like, okay, well, I guess we're not going to see one for a while. So you got to try to take advantage where you can.
This fire game, as the kids like to say.
Yeah, kind of a nasty sequence of pieces that came for Jeff to create a hole. He got the Tetris in to go to 216. Sharky going to get this long bar in for the score to go to 224. He'll take the early lead. kind of neck and neck this early in this one, but why not? We didn't get to see too many necks last week, Bidwell, so
Yep.
why don't we get a nice one going here?
Neck it up. And when Jeff was one off the bottom, deciding to burn it down. So again, that's that conservative play we were talking about.
Definitely worked for
New
him in
meta
the
is to
first
play
game.
1 or 2 off the bottom. Yep. But 224, 237, Sharky has taken the lead back. A nice. It's just nice, and this is just good old Tetris that we didn't see a lot when the matches that I got to see at the tail end of last week's set.
Yeah. No, I think definitely a week of de-rusting for Jeff. Certainly looking like it's paying off early dividends at the moment, but lot more game to go here. It's only game number 2 of 9 in our series. This is the best of 99. You're listening to the king of the restreams, Kingsman 36, along with my good friend, Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Mr. BSG 4000, Chris Bidwell. It is season 4, Jeff versus Sharky. Sharky leads the series 3 sets to 1, or 3 rounds to 1, whatever you want to call it. Overall, he's 26-10 coming in tonight, and Jeff getting the first one. We'll get into 26-11. So down 15 games. Bidwell, a daunting task, but as we said, 1 game at a time.
1 game, 1 line, 1 Mino, just all the way down to the granular level. Jeff getting filling in that dependency there with a line. Now waiting to score here. So he's down about a Tetris and a half at 110 lines. The board's getting uglier and uglier. Meanwhile, Sharky's played pretty much flawless since about the 50 line mark. That lead has grown to 448 to 377.
Yeah, so looking at about 70,000 point lead. That is 3+ Tetrises in hand for Sharky. But the line count, not so much of a discrepancy. We've seen Jeff kind of be ahead. Man, what a quick tap from Sharky to get that square all the way to that left side. Amazing to see that he does that.
That is his MO. That's what puts him in the top of the DAS world, is being able to those extra piece movements at the last moment. Jeff transitions at a 450. So Sharky here is already at 500,000, waiting for the next line to transition. It's about a 2 Tetris lead at transition for Sharky.
Jeff couldn't
Knocks
get
it
that
down for the 524 transition.
Yeah, Jeff couldn't get that long bar
Oh,
all the
yeah.
way to the left, but he's bringing it down Bidwell. No worries so far. Would have loved the square first, but comes 1 piece too late. He's going to try to come up with a couple of different burn options. Meanwhile, Sharky building a little high, takes a safety triple, and now he skims to get Tetris ready. He's at 556 with the lead. Jeff at 488 on level 21 already.
Jeff right in scoring position, gets the Tetris right when he goes into scoring position. Perfect placement so he can start the rebuild basically from the bottom. Ooh, 1 Mino short. Oh no, he has to take the safety triple. That still might be an issue for Jeff Moore. Doesn't even try it. Can he do it? Is he going to try? Is he going to try to work across?
I think that's his only hope. That is so difficult to get that long bar over. He's going to need an L. There's an L to help.
Yep.
He's trying to chop it down. He's getting the right pieces to do this Bidwell, but he needs like a J at this point. Doesn't have the dash.
He didn't try it. Oh, he just got it.
Got that bar over. He's got to get that right side
Dig it
open.
out.
He gets another bar over to the
Look at
right. Gets a
that.
split double for
Yes.
Jeff. My word, Bidwell.
And Sharky's also in a little bit of trouble here at 642, about a quarter way up the board. This is not over yet. What a hero dig. Jeff Moore, perfect clear. Let's go, baby.
Oh, Jeffrey. Woo, the perfect clear with a triple. 558 for him. Shark at 676. A Tetris to go to 706. Big lead now for the Shark, but Jeff stays alive on 25. Goes to 590. Bidwell. Ooh, what amazing dash skills we've seen from both.
This is fun. This is so much fun, King. And this is what Jeff needs to do. Even if he loses, he has to force Sharky to play on that max out pace. Sharky's board pretty Swiss cheese right now at the bottom. 30 Tetris setup for Jeff Moore, knocks it down, 638. So 150,000 point difference. Its door is slightly cracked open for Jeff Moore if Sharky can't get back in a scoring position.
But over 100,000 point lead for the Shark. Another Tetris.
All the luck, but yep. But it's happening. 80,000 point difference. Vitz set up for Shark.
Pays off. Both hit Tetrises. 817 for the Shark. 738 for Jeff. Jeff on 27. At this point, Bidwell is going to have to try to play perfect. You need the pieces to cooperate. Tetris for him. 773. He's still within range, but Sharky with a clean board as well. This is going to be tight. Jeff has to get Tetrises.
He needs a line. He can't burn anything else. And he basically did burn. He's going to get this last Tetris here. 4 lines to go.
Oh, that quick tap on the bar for Jeff.
Oh, love it. And into kill screen. 814,000. Sharky is good, but let's mullen this out. See if we get a 950 here. 964. Not quite the million, but that's what we want to see, King.
Tremendous.
We want to see those 800 plus games.
Tremendous game from both our heroes there, Bidwell. Wow. Unbelievable what we just saw there. It looked like both of them could have topped out around 22, 23. They stay alive, especially Jeff, man. That looked like it was going to be all over that long bar hang. It was up about 7, 8 high. Well, you know that you can't get the bar over that without a major quick tap, if at best. He chopped it down, stayed alive, and gave us a show to go to the double kill screen.
I mean, that's survival. That's what you had to do to give yourself a chance. But obviously, the 15 or so lines that he had to burn to chop that down probably was the difference in that match. But the survival was amazing, and that's what you got to do in tournament play.
What we got to do here is continue on. We're about to go to game number 3. Bidwell, count them down for another exciting one.
Game 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Skip Logic in the house says Jeff Dig was insane. It really was, brother. Vince is here. He's watching. You know, he doesn't miss an episode of the Best of 99.
Yeets.
Did you say yeet?
Sure.
Thank you for the follow, Alexier Desu. Hoping you are enjoying tonight's episode of the Best of 99. This is round number 5. Coming up on the halfway marker. Technically, the halfway marker will be next week, round 6. And that will kind of start getting us into the direction of where we are headed to who will have victory lane as far as the games won are concerned. But if Jeff can win tonight, that'll get him closer. He'll be down 3-2 in the sets. And again, that's something we take a look at as well. If maybe Jeff can come around and win the overall sets battle, then who knows? I mean, maybe we have to kind of relook at the Best of 99 in another way.
Anything is possible still, King. Including a false start, possibly. But I think both players will get out of this. Jeff waiting for that bar. The drought on his seeds tonight just not great.
Gets those pieces.
Oh, Jeff, just in time. So clutch.
Yeah.
108. Jeff passed that threshold.
Sharky still has not reached it yet. He's at 80,000. It's about a Tetris away from making it there, but the board state not conducive to getting over that 100K. And maybe he's just biding his time, seeing, you know what, maybe this seed is not that good. If I top out, it's okay.
87. Now he's Sharky's in that scoring position now. With the columns, 7 Tetris knocks it down. We have an official game, but Jeff in the lead, 179, 113. Sharky going to continue to play on column 7 there. Knocks it down, the perfect well transfer back to a standard board.
Yeah, well done by Shark.
That's how you get a.
Yep.
Yeah, that's how you get a 50,000 point deficits.
Absolutely. No, that's his MO, as you mentioned. Certainly a player with a lot of Tetris skill, Tetris knowledge. He's seen enough games. He knows the history of this great esport, and he's studied so much, so well, and has applied it to his own game, and that's why he's considered one of the top DAS players in the world, and certainly looking to try to prove it on this stage here, Bidwell, throughout the summer to let people know that he's getting ready, he's getting in game shape for the biggest tournament of the year for him, the Jonas Cup, coming in this September 27th to 29th in Portland, Oregon, at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. We're all very excited for that. We are just less than 2 months away, maybe a little more.
Yeah, it's end of September, so 7 weeks.
Yeah, that just flies on by.
Jeff maintaining this pace. Takes the safety triple, then follows it up with a Tetris back to safety. Sharky getting a little uncomfortable up there. The square barrage does not help. He takes almost the exact same triple Tetris combo. Funny how all these good players end up playing kind of the same strat, huh?
Yeah, I think in some cases the game forces you to play that way. You kind of saw that since they're playing the same piece sequence, they have somewhat of a similar build. Both are trying to keep that nice high left going so that way they can skim on the right. So you saw that is kind of identical. Not obviously the piece placements aren't exactly the same, but the concept is there, and the board structure was met for that to take the triple being up that high, and then the Tetris followed suit.
And when you are in burn mode, obviously the triple is the best option if you cannot score a Tetris. The point efficiency is just that much better over single lines. So
Agreed.
the triple followed by the Tetris is, that's the goal. That's your backup plan.
Absolutely.
So 384 Jeff, 340. So Sharky has shrunk the lead slightly, about 2 Tetrises. It's double canyon here. Let's see how he fills this in.
Nice adjustment for the T-piece there, Bidwell.
Yeah. And Jeff, a little problem here. Looks like he's going to fill this in. 42 now. So with 2 more Tetrises, it'll be just under 500,000, but I don't want to assure that yet.
You see Sharky not happy. He had a little bit of a misdrop there.
Yeah.
Overshot the placement.
Yeah, and he needs this burned down before transition. He's not going to play up here at level 19.
No. He has the time. He's got about 11 more lines to burn before having to worry about that happening. So really the biggest part for him is making the right choices of the placements, and look at that, he's doing exactly that, Bidwell.
490 transition, Jeff Moore. Sharky get 4 lines left, opens up the well just in time with 2 lines to go. Perfect timing if he gets the line, and he does. 389 transition, Sharky, so he's got his work cut out for him in this game 3. But if Jeff Moore makes a mistake and tops out, Sharky would have plenty of time to catch up. Ooh, early shift. Even the best players, that transition, it's resetting your timing. And that could be it for Shark. Jeff Moore takes game 3. He's up 2-1.
There you go, Jeff. Big win right there. He's hanging tough. He's doing all the right things here, Bidwell. He's making sure that 18 play is safe but sound. He's getting enough a score to go into transition near 500K to at least give him that chance. And Sharky, maybe, listen, last week Jeff was having struggles, just not able to get his game together throughout the Shark. Maybe the heat got to him last week, but he was able to take advantage of Jeff's woes tonight. Maybe not the case with a good warmed up Jeff.
So he's suggesting Inky's suggesting a rosin bag. I was thinking like the LeBron James chalk, just at the Olympics going on, everybody's chalking up in the gymnastics. So maybe whatever you need to dry off your hands. Jeff gonna top out.
I mean, nothing wrong with a sonic towel either there, Bidwell, right?
Oh, yep. We got a match, King.
We certainly do. This is the Jeff that people wanted to see. They wanted to see him be competitive. They wanted to see him go toe-to-toe with Sharky. Again, Shark, dealing with some weather conditions there, intense heat.
Yeah.
Air conditioning not working, fans blazing, but not cool enough. But we'll see if he can be cool for this game number 4. He'll look to try to tie it up. Jeff looking to get a bigger lead. Go ahead and count him down, Bidwell.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And you got, if you're Jeff Moore, you're already feeling better than last week. Your one loss, you had an 800,000. This is Jeff's back. We knew he'd be back. We weren't worried. Were you worried? I wasn't worried.
I'm never worried when it comes to the king of friendlies, the man that has the best winning percentage out of any player that's played over 50 matches in the friendlies universe, and certainly the king of the best of 99s, 2 seasons in a row, vanquishing his foes of Ben frickin' Mullen and Alex Kataru Kerr. He's taking on his greatest opponent right now, the Shark, the DAS hero, the DAS hope for 2024. Looking to maybe be the one to represent the United States next year at the Classic Tetris World Championship DAS tournament in Germany. How electric would it be, Bidwell, if that young man can be the one to take home the cup this year and bring it over to Germany and represent this country in the World Championship?
Bring it back to Texas. Even that. That'd be awesome. And another good game here, 114, 115. This is official now.
So there you go. We just need to get that one bad game out of the way, Bidwell, and now everything's very copacetic.
Big words from King.
I read a thesaurus once.
Oh.
If you can believe that.
I think these are pretty much perfect games so far.
That's what Jeff to go to 170, Sharky at 183 for 33 lines, Jeff's at 37 lines. So definitely good start to this one for both players, getting out to a nice strong game, almost 200k at 40 lines for Jeff. Sharky already over 200k at 37 lines, and another touch for him. 228 at 41. Tremendous pace already, Bidwell.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one. There's that safety triple we were talking about earlier from Jeff Moore.
Yeah, and then bang down that Tetris, like you said, the triple into the Tetris, so important for scoring. You could definitely see a different Jeff tonight, Bidwell. He looks re-energized, he looks focused, he looks well rested. I think that was all he needed, man. Maybe he should have just called in sick last week.
He's a warrior. He isn't gonna make excuses for last week. He's back, and he's one Tetris behind a Sharky in this game number 4. And that's some aggressive play there, filling in the line dependency before taking the score. That's one of the reasons why you maybe don't want to do that, because now he's playing halfway up the board and not able to knock down a line for a Tetris. So Sharky is going to take advantage here and increase this lead. Jeff doesn't appear to be in danger of topping out in his formation, but he's just, burning about 10 lines here.
Kind of opted not to put that L in the middle there.
Oh,
got that lumbar.
Oh, no, line comes one too late, but he is good. Ah, nice. But these decisions, you've got less than half a second to make that decision, so that's not a bad play. Don't listen to me for advice on that. It's just, it's all instinct.
There we go. Bar comes in. The last couple of times that bar timing was just horrible. He had the bars coming when the well was closed at that height, but his masterful dash control and the quick tap he had earlier on at that huge height, he was up there like about 16 rows up, and he got a major quick tap. Saves the day, and he's at 341. Sharky at 430. Sharky pacing, and looking to make a statement here for this game number 4.
With that lead growing up to over 100,000 points now. And Jeff in cleanup mode. He's got 3 Mino holes to fill in. Now we're gonna, yeah, you see Sharky kind of adjusting his chair there. The heat, the discomfort is gonna be a factor for the rest of this set. The major canyon with the line. He really needs to get back to scoring position because Sharky here is at a 544 at 113 lines. The game of the night so far for Sharky.
Again, same problem for Jeff. Just lumbar comes when the well is closed. Nothing you can do. He's got to be careful with these wells like this. They always seem to just come to bite you. Psychologically speaking, I feel like those bars just don't come. And he is nearing. He has a Tetris setup,
Dirty
but
Tetris setup.
that bar just doesn't come at the right time. We have transition over. We'll see how Jeff can do. Oh!
Gonna play that flat. Oh, the overshift. This could be it for Jeff Moore. And that will do it. Sharky, though, with a 594 pre-transition. This is a max outable game if he wants to mullen this out, but I would understand if he doesn't.
Oh, I know.
We're tied up to 2-2.
Oh, I know he's gonna do it. He knows what's on the line. He's
yeah.
trying to get that record,
Look at that
Bidwell.
focus. Look at that focus. The body English. The safety triple. Finally knocks down a 19 Tetris, 655 through 143. This board is beautiful.
Yeah, tough break for Jeff on this one. You saw it looked like he was going to get out. He had the right piece coming, Bidwell. He had the the J, excuse me, he had the J coming in. You can see it in the middle of his board. That J just gets slipped up. It hangs in the middle, blocking that chasm he has. That looks like Idaho. And he can't do anything else other than that. That ends to the top end. It's just a little bit of a suffering at that second half of 18 because, you know, the first 65 lines, they were both crushing it. And then Jeff kind of got stuck in the mud on this back half, whereas Sharky just took it and throttled through the rest of the way. 719 out of Tetris, 746
Well, here we
on
go.
level 22, Bidwell.
Oh, baby, let's go. Tetris ready. Well, this could be, ooh, needs a line. Well, that was aggressive play. When you're mullining, you don't want to play conservative at all, so that's totally understandable.
Won't happen this game here, number 4, but Sharky does take it. So we are tied at 2-2. We're getting close to the break. We're going to get set for a game. Number 5 players will increment their seeds to the next set of digits. I like that bit. Well, we're going to go into the break. We are tied, so one of them will take a 3-2 lead. And that's kind of what we've seen a lot in the series, with the exception of last week. We've seen a lot of 3-2s at the break. It's not been like a 4-0 with the exception of last week. It's not been a 3-1. It's been 3-2s pretty much every single week. Jeff asking if the seed is 8E. I will check that. Sharky should have the seed correct. It is 8E. Yes, 8E, 2D, 7E, 8E, 2D, 7E. You have it correct, Jeff. Yes. 8E, 2D, 7E. Let me put that in here. 8E, 2D, 7E. I believe I said correct. 8E, 2D, 7E. Yeah. All right, for those that like to play at home, you can use that number and see how you fare. But for the rest of us, Bidwell, count them down to see how they do.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Five press down points for Jeff early. Coming until fairly late. Both players score with it.
So far, Bidwell, been a fun one tonight. We've seen some great digging. We've seen some excellent dash control, and pretty much this is what we expected from watching these two. We were hoping to see that kind of week in, week out. We are nearing the halfway marker. What's your been assessment so far of the series as a whole?
You know, every year it seems like that week one is wacky, and when Jeff took that 5-4, I was thinking to myself whether this is going to be yet another wacky season or if we were going to have a close match throughout the entire season. And Sharky has kind of dominated since then, but I was not expecting that 9-0 from last week, so we'll put that as the wacky week for week 3. But so far tonight, this is what I've been expecting for the entire time. Has been Sharky at damn near 500 plus transitions every time, and Jeff keeping up for the most part, but not quite to that same level. But he is taking crowns here and there throughout the series, and I want this to be as tight as possible, and at least tonight we're getting that, and hopefully with this 156-128 lead for Jeff, that'll continue for the rest of this set.
Well, certainly. See, Colin is here. Did not expect to see a shirtless Sharky when tuning in. Well, I know Colin's been kind of hanging out over on the other streaming channels that are going on right now for Tetris. A big matchup going on between Sidneb and Dog playing in the Masters tournament. So certainly that's one to keep your eyes on. But make sure if you're going to have channels open, you come and listen to King and Bidwell here, because nobody wants to listen to Vandy talk, right? You can just have that muted and just check back in once in a while. But at least listen to King and Vandy, because you're watching two Das Masters at work. This is Poetry in Motion. Jeff at 171, Sharky at 222. Jeff, a little bit of trouble.
Opens up the well, but needs the line now. Oh boy, come on, King. Oh, one late, but okay, he survives. Sharky has taken the lead though, 248-179. Jeff back to safety.
Again, those excellent quick taps are the difference maker for Jeff. Just quick tapping those pieces left and right when needed. If he doesn't have that in his repertoire, Bidwell, he is toast every single time out.
That was our previous seasons. That's the quality of play. Like the new boss character has been coming in every season. The Booker man has done it. I don't know how you're going to follow this up for next season, but
I already have a plan in place.
Okay.
It kind
Always has a plan.
It kind of depends on who wins this season, because as is the norm lately, is that the winner of the best of 99 will move on and defend the crown the next year. So Jeff has, won the last 2 seasons, and certainly trying to three-peat here. He loves this format, Bidwell. He's already said he loves playing this type of series week in and week out leading up to an event. So hopefully, we'll see if he can eke it out. But I know Sharky, a major competitor, would love to maybe go a number of rounds with several different DAS players, and I'm sure there's a few that can come to my mind already.
Yeah, the Randy Orton of Classic Tetris here, knocking out all the legends. Shark KO out of nowhere.
Indeed.
Jeff looking to come back here. He's down 120,000 points. He's back in scoring position, knocks down the Tetris. Sharky got a giant cavity on his left side. Still has some time before transition to get that taken care of. But you see he's adding weight on top of that cavity, so he's not down stacking, he's kind of float stacking at the moment. Fills in one line. Opens it up. Enough time to get this down now. Meanwhile, Jeff, with the nice adjustment, seeing the line coming, does the last moment flip. Oh, Sharky got out of trouble and got back into trouble.
Oh,
that's a triple.
Yeah, he almost set up for the dirty. He almost had the setup. He has only
393 for Jeff.
I was gonna say he only has 6 lines to burn. Now we're down to 3 for Shark. He has the lead at 459, but this board is certainly not ready for a transition.
Oh, that's not a... No, it's not. Transition at 460 or 464. Oh, what a save from Sharky, and he's pumped. That is world-class, King.
Tremendous effort from Shark there. That was amazing. It looked like he was going to be donezo. Instead, he finds a way to stay alive, and he's at 496, but Jeff hot on his heels coming up.
Yeah, Jeff came all the way back. He's only a Tetris behind now, but that was a 100,000-point lead that evaporated. This is fun. Here we go. 490, 531. Jeff looking to get another Tetris here at the post-19 speed. Getting the lines with these 1 Mino short. Gets another line with the line burst. Knocks on a Tetris. 559, 521. A little more than a Tetris difference here. The boards are under control for Jeff. Sharky, again, with some issues. Playing a little aggressive for 19 play, but that's why he's world class. He can handle it halfway up the board at 19 speeds with Das. Ooh. That's fixable, but that's going to give Jeff the lead, I think. But Shark's going to top out a 567, and Jeff Moore takes the lead into the break, 3-2. Tremendous save from Jeff Moore. He was about to top out. Saves his bacon, gets back to the bottom. And now he's got a pretty dang good board here, but I think he is going to top out for the break.
Nice job by Jeff. He will top out for the break. He's not going to have us wait around and see what happens with that. 623 at 25. Don't think that's going to be max outable, but certainly it was fun to watch as it happened. So GG's there. Jeff with a 3-2 lead as we head to the break, as Bidwell mentioned. So we'll give our heroes a rest. You know, players, you know what to do. It's time to stretch your fingers, do your toes, I don't know, whatever else the saying goes. We're going to take a short little break. We're going to head on over to the commentator cam and see what's going on over here. We're going to check us out here, Bidwell. What's up?
Look at us.
Look
Look at me.
Look at two handsome devils right there, yeah. So apologies to the viewers. Something going on with the stream buffering there. It's on my end, so I don't know what was going on there. Hopefully that'll get resolved coming up after the break. But Bidwell, yeah, wow. Jeff, no wins last week. Looked like, you know, was on holiday still. We're back a week later,
Yeah.
and he's got a 3-2 lead on the Shark.
Jeff's back. This is going to be a fun Final Four games. If he can sneak out this set, it's 3-2 overall. So 2-2, right? 3-2. I can't count. This is 5. Math. But vintage Jeff Moore, love to see it. That's why I'm here every week. And he, like I said, he had that losing game was 800,000. So he's totally back. Well, let's see what happens after the break, because we've had instances where players will get up and they're in their groove, and then they come back and they're out of their groove. So, and maybe once Sharky gets some water and can dry off his hands or chalk him up or something, he's been complaining about that controller grip, and that's very key for DAS players. So, if you don't feel comfortable, you got sweaty hands, you're not used to that situation, he's not going to be completely on 100% on his game.
Yeah, I agree. So they'll take their break, they'll hydrate, dry up what they got to do, and reconfigure what they're going to do for the next half of this one. But while we let them do that, let's talk about our other friend here, Chris Higgins. He's made a masterful documentary series, The Best of 5, the Classic Tetris Champions. We talk about it pretty much week in and week out, Bidwell, when we host this show. And I can't stress enough how important it is for people to take a look and watch this. It's a 5-episode documentary about the history from CTWC's 2014 World Championship. It's available now to watch free on YouTube.com with ads. If you go to youtube.com/@ChrisHigginsFilms, you can check out all 5 episodes, binge watch it. You can do it, man. It's a fantastic watch. It goes by like quickly, even though they're very long episodes, almost like 45 minutes to an hour plus per episode. So it's definitely worth the watch. And if you like to own it, you can simply go to bestof5movie.com, get the info, the merch, the bonus features, and Bidwell,
Something just got my email today. I just got an email from Chris Higgins that episode 6 is available for the people who purchased it.
Well, there you go.
So
there you go.
I believe that is the exclusive for the buyers. So I will be watching that before the end of the weekend, and I'll give you an update when we talk next week.
There you go. See, Chris Bidwell steals the thunder of the king because he's going to
Damn
let you know that the update, yes, was posted earlier this evening, just a few hours before we went live. Chris Higgins, as Bidwell mentioned, episode 6 is now live for those that have purchased the 5-episode series from best5movie.com. It's titled, What Kind of Legacy? And this is from Higgins himself here, Bidwell. He says this is a 1 hour and 48-minute interview with Jonas recorded in 2015. In the latter half, he reviews the game tape of his final 2 matches in CTWC 2014 and offers live commentary. So that's a real special treat, Bidwell. Like, you don't really get to hear that often. Obviously, anything that has to do with Jonas, you certainly want to go back and look at and just reminisce and just learn. Just sit and learn what I can only imagine him critiquing his own games back then. So that's certainly a special treat. And that's only available for those that have purchased the Best of 5 movie from that website, best5movie.com. You'll get the bonus 6th episode available now, and I think it's worth every penny. And there might still be that coupon code. I don't know if those are still active, but if you want to use coupon code CTWC 2024 at checkout, it'll save you $5 off the series, and then you're getting that bonus one for free. So it's like saving $10, right, Bidwell?
Yeah, whatever it takes. If you're interested in this scene, interested in the history of it, it's a great document of where we came from, and especially those middle years. The early years are well documented. The post Travision years are well documented. But those middle years, it's rough getting any of that footage. So this is, glorious. This is gold.
Indeed. So check it out. It's available now. And Chris Higgins here in the chat confirms codes are still good. So you could use CTWC 2024 as a coupon code. Save $5 off of checkout, and then you'll get that bonus 6th episode as well, man. What a friggin' treat. Why don't we go to the trailer yet again for those that maybe have not seen it, and for those have, well, guess what? It's worth watching every single time I do it. And we'll take an ad break after the trailer, and then we'll be right back for the second half of Best of 99. See you in a few.
This is a story about people who play Tetris on the original Nintendo console. A game so hard, it took 15 years for anyone to get videotape of a million-point game. A game so tough, you lose every time.
I didn't know if I was ever going to have a chance to win.
I was getting my butt kicked every day at Tetris.
I think universally people have that feeling where they're like, I'm done with this game.
This is a story about a tournament designed to find the best Tetris player in the world.
I recently got some nerve damage in my arm, and it was suggested to me that I not play Tetris for a while, but that.
Getting frustrated, literally tears of frustration, I remember that.
You can't be self-conscious of what you're doing, where you're letting the piece tell you what to do. And if you start trying to exert any real control over the action, beyond just asking that piece, tell me where to put you, it's like you've stepped out of the zone and it's over for you.
A competition to decide once and for all whose skills, whose talents, whose performance under pressure could defeat anyone.
There are situations where nothing is good. Everything is a bad move, but you have to ask yourself, what's the least bad move?
Obviously, I was not done playing Tetris.
If I face Bo, I'll kill him, and I'll feel really bad about it again.
Let's get into our first match here. I'm excited. Let's do some commentary for some classic Tetris matches. Oh no, and then just a bad drop right there.
But this isn't a story just about victory. This is a story about not giving up.
It's gonna be close. Staying alive, but barely. Oh, I don't know if it's gonna... It looks like we have a champion! It's a Tetris World Champion 2014.
right, so we are back from our break. So hope all of you enjoyed that trailer for the best of 5 and certainly got hydrated, went to the restroom, did your fingers, and whatever else you need to do. Grab a snack, grab the beverage, and we are set for the next half of this best of 99. This is round number 5. Jeff is up 3-2 this week. He's down 3-1 in the sets, and coming into tonight was down 26-10 overall. I'm here with Chris Bidwell as we are going to get set for the games 6 through 9. 4 more to go. Can Jeff get the 2 he needs to take the night? That's the biggest question.
Either way, Jeff Moore is back. We have readies here from Jeff, readies from Sharky. Start up that bot.
I'll start it right now. Go ahead, Bidwell. Cut him out for the second half.
All right, game 6 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
You know, Bidwell.
See JD. Go ahead.
Nope, go ahead. You go first.
I was about to say I'm going to see GD this weekend, so maybe I should start working on my terrible rhymes.
You're hell yeah.
Yeah. Away we go.
What I was going to say, Bidwell, is that you said it perfectly. Jeff Moore is back. Well, the title of this episode, which is round number 5, we do these fun little titles, kind of referring to movie references, or for the YouTube thumbnails that we have, and for Twitch and all our other streaming platforms. This is called Jeff vs. Sharky 5. The Moors Strike Back. And Bidwell, I'm sure you know exactly what that reference is for.
And that seems to be the case, so hopefully nobody loses an arm by the end of this.
Oh, or at least a hand, right?
Right.
91,000 for Sharky, 94,000 for Jeff. This is why we bring Chris Bedwell in, because you got to have those good dad jokes.
Lord.
You can tell Jeff is not a big Star Wars fan because he wasn't really reacting there. I mean, now it looks like he's chuckling a little bit.
There it is. Yeah.
All right, now maybe he's just on a little bit of a delay, but yes. Okay, now he got like, oh, I got that reference. I know Star Wars. Hee. Or maybe Kim is probably in the background telling him, Jeff, that was clearly a Star Wars reference. What's wrong with you?
142 though, King. It was a literal tie there for a moment. No press down points for Jeff Moore. Normally he likes to get a few here and there. But good start after the reset.
Yeah, I think he wasn't pushing down because he was trying to figure out that joke you made there, Jeff. And there's Kim. There's Kim and the crew right there, Bidwell. You can see them. They're all making their cameo appearances for this week. 196 for Jeff, 213 for Shark, as we are getting to about the 50-line marker for this one.
Great seed so far. Flawless play from both players.
We'll see how Sharky fares after the break. Lately, what we've noticed, Bidwell, is that after these breaks, Sharky's come back with a vengeance. He's pretty much really run roughshod over Jeff. Jeff has been painstakingly close in some of these other matches where we talked about where it's been 3-2 leading into the break, and he's tied him, 3-3, and then it just seems like Sharky turns another gear in that final 3 games and does not let Jeff kind of get back into that win column. So we'll see if that kind of history repeats itself in this one. Will Sharky be able to maintain, or will Jeff kind of continue his great progress that we're seeing tonight? As you mentioned, Jeff Moore is back.
And Sharky with the new style, playing one off the bottom. So earlier when Jeff was in that situation, he burned it down. Sharky electing not to. Perfect solve there. So he has the slight lead, about a half Tetris, 335, now 340 Jeff Moore. So 5,000 point difference. Back and forth we go. Let's see if Sharky continues that one off the bottom, or if he's going to play cheeky here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if you're going to continue to try to play that way. I have found myself playing one row off the bottom a number of times lately just because you kind of get the sense these days, Bidwell, that players are just going to score at will whenever they can. They don't need to have a perfect bottom floor to be able to get those scores in and try to play as clean. They've made it so that they can play dirty and concise and keep up with the pace that they want.
When you have the talent of Sharky also, he had that cleanup and well transfer in mind that entire time. He got about 3 or 4 Tetrises, one off the bottom, took the opportunity to get his well transfer, and it cost him maybe 1 or 2 single line burns in the process. So well done. We got 453, 456. This is beautiful at the 100 line turn.
In fact, it's so beautiful. I think we need to take a look at these beautiful necks, Bidwell.
Yes.
Very tight, very close. Jeff will get a Tetris to kind of give himself a little bit more of a lead. Shark trying to play a little bit dirty, yeah, and he's going to pay off with that bang Tetris for the Shark. He'll go to 479, Jeff at 503. About 20 lines left to go before transition.
That's a hot game.
It's so hot, Sharky's got to play with no shirt.
No shirt, no shoes. We don't care.
What's the weather like in Columbus, Ohio, Bidwell? I think we're going to, after this game, we can chit-chat a little about your next adventure this weekend.
It's freaking terrible. I don't know if it's Texas bad, but it ain't pleasant. Jeff Moore's in a little bit of trouble here. Transition coming up in 8 lines. This needs to get burned down. And just like that, the well is open. Knocks it down. 558 with 1 more line to go. 576 transition Sharky. And 559 transition Jeff Moore. Jeff not able to get the line to score here, but he's keeping his stack in good health. Ooh, that slide over at the very last moment.
Players have moved on. This is transition time. It is heating up, Bidwell, as you're about to say. 592 to 605. Tetris for Sharky to go to 630. Jeff, a little bit of trouble. Needs a bar in the worst way. He's going to get it. Wrong squiggly piece. He wanted the Z first, and the lumbar flats work perfectly. Jeff digging out at 599. Shark at 641. A big lead.
Another fantastic play from Jeff Moore. Sharky in the lead by 40,000, but has a cheese board. Jeff's going to get the Tetris, but now he's in cleanup mode. 645, 633.
How does he do it, Bidwell? How does Jeff do it? He gets into a situation where he misdrops an LPs, and it looks like it could be disaster. He just maneuvers the pieces so well, like a magician. He's clean again at 641. He's hot on the heels of the Shark at 688.
Less than half a Tetris difference now. Sharky with the next other Tetris. 717, 672. 23, no line advantage for either player. Sharky now with that 1 Mino. Solves it, but not Tetris ready. Jeff takes the lead, 733, 722. Oh, here we go, King.
Jeff opted.
This is what we want to see.
Oh my word! Jeff opted not to take the triples earlier. He wanted the Tetris. It pays off. Oh, that square comes one piece too late. Jeff, lumbar engaged. Tetris to him. Wow. We'll go to 787. Sharky at 820. We're on level 25 here. Bidwell and Shark at 800K. Oh man, this is tight, Bidwell.
Wow, let's go.
Oh, Bidwell, the crowd is going nuts right now. I can hear them chanting something really awesome.
Oh, Sharky's in trouble. He's getting a little aggressive. He's going to top out at 821. And Jeff Moore takes game 4.
Wow.
Sharky knew with the end coming up that he had to up the aggression, and he probably another slide or issue with the controller. Just the heat is just getting to him late in these games. And
Jeff,
Sharky at 85, 90%.
Jeff
Not enough for Jeff Moore.
Jeff at 884. with 13 lines to go. Nasty Z-piece hang right there.
Come on, game. Ah, one late.
He goes to 922. Will not be able to get the max out. That board is not ready for it. But he can certainly take us to 29. Gets the triple in, a double.
Oh, yes.
Some extra burns here for Jev, but 234 will be the line count for him. 942 the score. He's back with a vengeance, Bidwell. And he has now got a 4-2 lead. He needs one more to take the night and get back in this series with the sets overall. GG's.
That point for Jeff Moore. Let's go. Sharky, very upset with himself how the way that last game just ended. He was playing very well, in control, and then I didn't catch where the mistake happened, but I think he at one point just decided to sell out the board and couldn't get the line to complete the Tetris and rebuild.
Yeah, it was very tough right there for
7.
Shark. Game number 7, we're going to go in. Very tough one for Shark, but he's got 3 chances to avenge that. Jeff needs 1 to take the night. Let's go, Bidwell. Game number 7.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
You know, Bidwell, on the other channel, they've got a monster matchup. It's Sidnev and Dog going to a decider right now for advancement into the Masters CTM tournament for the semifinal. That is a final any day of the week. But this one is just as good. If you're talking about gameplay and drama overall, I was on the edge of my seat for that game number 6 there.
I was normally these games coming back from the break, you were kind of expecting a letdown and both players knocking it out of the park. Sharky, though, just droughted, just needs a line so bad. Could take another safety triple. Jeff Moore in that same drought seems to have a little bit more control of this board. But you can see neither player scored a Tetris yet. I don't know what the line count is, but it's got to be maybe 1 or 0. You could probably have that visible on your stat screen. There's a line finally for Sharky, but only gets a double out of it. Is that Tetris? That is indeed a dirty Tetris on the left side for Sharky to get back into the groove of things. What a wicked seed.
Yeah, certainly not a kind one. I'd go over and check, but lately switching over to scenes has been causing some slowdown.
No.
So I'll avoid it. I'll avoid it for now. But bottom line is, Bidwell, yeah, I think there's no bars in this seed. So hopefully they'll show up later on to kind of even things out. We're at 78,000 for Sharky, 68,000 for Jev. Neither have hit the threshold yet.
Oh, that's going to be a false start then for Sharky. That was a garbage seed, and
I would agree.
We'll top out Jeff Moore.
Yeah, so Jeffrey, if you can top out, Sharky did not make the threshold in that tough seed. See, clearly that was not a fun sequence to deal with, and you could see it on his face. Not how I think at the overall air Bidwell is that he knows he can get out of that stuff. Just perhaps, you see the sweaty hands, and it's just not feeling it right now. Jeff is taking advantage of this, just as Sharky has done to him in the past. We have readies, Bidwell, so we only had 2 early top outs in the first 4 rounds. Round number 5, we got 2, so we match our total from the year already. Count them down for redo number 7.
Mark 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Still no lines in this seat either. Oh, Sharky fouling off here.
All right, so we're going to get a top out, Jeff. We're going to have a top out there. So that we won't count that as a false start. Clearly that was something happening there for Shark. Maybe some sweat dripping in the
burning
eye.
in his eyes. Yeah, ooh.
Yeah, that's a terrible feeling there. So Jeff, you can top out, and we'll redo this game. This will not count as one of the false starts. We won't count that. It was very early on, so we won't count that.
I had that happen to me at the Dr. Mario side event in 2019 in the middle of a match. I started tearing up in my match with Card.
Oh, man.
So it's like, there's no crying in video games there. It's like, sorry.
Well, I mean, we already know that you cry at video games before anyway, back in 2015,
yeah,
so it's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of my MO.
All right, Sharky, take your time. No rush here. Just take your time. If you need to use the restroom, no, don't worry about it. No, you need to use the restroom, towel off. Do what you got to do, man. Take your time. We're in no rush. 3 more games to go. We're in no rush. Take your time. Bidwell and I can certainly stall if need.
You know, one of these days I'd like to have an event at like a sports arena of some sort on the Jumbotron. So, you know, maybe the outdoors would be an issue with our players who are used to sitting down and air conditioning, that kind of thing. But wouldn't it be great to be at like a baseball or a football stadium and have, you know, players in the middle of a field and then being on a giant Jumbotron? One of those things that we could do one of these days, hopefully.
Well, hopefully you and I are not in the same camera shot and they have the kiss cam on, because I would run. But I won't run from this. Let's count them down for game number 7 again, Bidwell.
Mark 2 again in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
All right. Stark says he is good to go. We'll get S and the J to start us off. Jeffrey, the S and the J, confirms he has the same piece sequence. We're off and running. Bidwell, so hopefully Sharky has toweled off. And again, a little bit of a situation for Sharky. He has not been in this moment before where he's down early enough that he's 1 game away from losing the set. You know, the last time that Jeff won was back in a 5-4. Jeff was actually down 4-3 and then came back to win the last 2 to take the night. So this is new territory for Shark. Let's see how he handles it while he's building this friggin' tower of S's in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wow. Takes the risk and goes for it, and it pays off. Ice scraper strats for Shark here. Gets the dirty Tetris. He's going to keep playing one off the bottom. And this is championship perseverance stuff. Like this, like playing uncomfortable, playing outside of your normal arrangement. That's the tournament Tetris is about. I mean, the lights at a live tournament aren't going to make you sweat to this degree. So maybe it's a little extreme, but think of it like training with a rock on your back. It's just gives you that extra, I can handle an awkward situation.
Well, certainly he handled it like a pro right there. He's taking away that tower of S's, and he's going to continue to play up on this row 1 for now. 145 for Sharky, 141 for Jeffrey. Line count minimal, but we're in the early days of this one. See a lovely young Emma trying to go through the kitchen cabinet, or maybe that was the microwave. I don't know. Maybe they got something heating up over there. It's dinner time over at the Morehouse.
7:30.
Well, if you have to guess, what do you think is the dinner over at the Morehouse tonight? What do you think Jeff is eating?
Well, the kids are eating chicken nuggets or something, so that's kind of a given. I don't know if the adults partake in the kids' food. Somebody mentioned earlier Jack in the Box for Jeff Moore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, if you're in Vegas, you have all those options. Why not choose the worst option? Oh, Jeff Moore. That could be it. And that's the triple split, maybe. Can he get something left? Cannot get the square left. That's going to be it. That's Jeff's first dud game of the night, like for an official game. So Sharky is going to take that game 7 and make this a bit closer to 4-3.
All right, so Sharky will take the gift from Jeff. Jeff early top out at 197. First dud game of the night. He's been very successful for the most part. And that, you know, a sigh of relief there if you're the Shark, right? You certainly want to get one game gifted to you. And now this game number 8 is so important. Jeff had 3 attempts to try to close it out and get the win. He has given one away. He's got 2 more to give. The Shark will towel off, make sure that sweat stays out of the eyes. You can see that certainly the heat a factor tonight, Bidwell.
That's brutal. I'm an old man. I don't think I could sleep in that. It'd be like going to a hotel. I don't know what I'd be doing.
Well,
But, what a warrior for playing through it.
I'd have all the fans like right on top of me. They're just one, like in a big circle.
Oh.
Create a wind tunnel for myself.
It's just awful.
Well, they're ready to go. Let's do it. It is game number 8. Who will seal the
Here
fate?
we go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I guess talk about WPL. It is a bit of a heat factor in that building, of us being up in the the balcony area. But I don't think it'll be as bad as what Sharky's putting up with tonight.
Yeah, no, I would agree. So let's talk about the event happening this weekend. We didn't get a chance to mention it in the last game, but we can now. World Puzzle League is hosting their annual Tetris event where they celebrate all modes of Tetris from the modern era into our classic zone. And I was able to hang out with Chris Bidwell back in 2021, which was one of the first returning live events after pandemic, and we had a great time there. And it's continued on since then from 2021, and this is now the 4th incarnation, I believe, of the WPL. And Bidwell, you're going to be there. You're hanging out with GD. You mentioned the 2 of you will be running the classic side of things. What should we expect this year for this big event that usually seems like it happens in Columbus now?
This is only the second one I've been able to attend live. The previous years there was another event that same weekend, and then I was sick on 2 years ago. So I'm looking forward to actually being able to attend. I haven't looked at the player list just yet. I've been pretty busy with my own personal thing, but it's just good seeing like the whole Tetris scene and seeing some of the modern players come and show up and put in some qual scores. And I believe GD is going to set up a flat bracket setup for this weekend where everybody's going to make the gold bracket. And the people at the bottom, like myself, will actually have some competitive matches early on. One of the fond memories I had from 21 was getting to play you in that first round, and I kind of made a game of it for a while. It was a fun match between me and you. We have a frozen Jeff Moore. I'm sure Sharky liked some of that ice that froze his stream there, but we'll get Jeff back up here. But we do have an official game here for Game 8.
Well, at least for Sharky we do. Jeff was sitting at about 80,000 through 26, and there we go. He's coming right back. Looks like we're having some internet struggles on Jeffrey's side, so we'll let that work itself through. I'm sure he will get that going. So Shark, just make sure you keep playing on. Just play on. We'll get Jeffrey score back up and running once his internet is good to go. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys got. I mean, I know for certain Coal Bucket will be there again. Doodle will be there again. Your normal regulars will end up being at WPL, including your 3-time champion, the only person to win the CTWC WPL event. The Huffster will be there.
All right, he'll be back. Good. It'll be good to see him.
Looking to go 4v4 Bidwell. I mean, the history of WPL at CTWC, the classic side, has only had one winner in 3 years, so it's tremendous to think the kind of dominance that Huff has had at that event with the number of people that have gone over the years. You know, Eric was there when he was in his World Championship phase, and you know, again, last year you had some impressive rollers come out, like the Asian and so on. So there's no slouches that go to that event.
Just remember, Burb's going to make the trip too. Your cohort in Friendly's World will be there.
Yeah, I think
an official game.
Yes, now we definitely have an official game as Jeff's internet is starting to kick back in. It's going to be behind on the line count slightly due to the internet delay, but at 229, he is chasing Sharky's 342 with about 20 line difference. Kind of strange to actually say that for Jeff.
Yeah. Well, we can say hey now with his line count.
Oh, well,
but
yes.
We could, but we didn't because we didn't say the word. So with the 20 line difference, it's kind of hard to say pace-wise who has the actual lead, but we'll just call it a neck-and-neck game if you want to flash those necks up one last time.
Got some good chat going on here in the Twitch. Not so much of the YouTube, but the Twitch.
No. I have both up for a change.
Yeah, the YouTubers. Ah, they are the bane of some existences. MTG 4655. I wish there was real beef in the Tetris community. Well, we could have some real beef with friendlies. Got a super show coming up. We got a couple of matches there that certainly there's some beef to them, especially our main event for Twitch TV title, Bidwell. That one, it's going to be a lot of fun. Tyler, who many know from CTWC, kind of helping behind the scenes, making videos and doing social media work for us, going to get a shot to play the Twitch TV champion Lapis Lazuli, a figure in the community that has certainly friends and foes throughout. Their personality brings out the best of everybody, I guess you could say. And that's going to be a raucous one, Bidwell, so I implore people to watch that. It's happening next weekend on August the 16th. It'll be a lot of fun.
Speaking of that weekend, your boy Martz is going to be running the Montreal tournament there.
Indeed, yeah.
Up in good old French Canada. I'd love to go up to that one, but couldn't get in the budget. Love to get some poutine and hang out, but perhaps next year.
Sharky's
81, 505.
Mm-hmm.
Transition for Sharky's back for sure. And it's kind of hard to tell pace-wise. About a 10-line difference. So, close game, but we'll figure out the actual situation as the internet situation works itself out on Jeff Moore's screen. But 2 good games into transition, that's what you want to see, especially late, because as you mentioned earlier, sometimes there's a tendency for the players to kind of run out of gas later in the set of matches.
Jeff at 455, currently on this level 19. Shark at 570 on 21. So you have to imagine, with a little bit of that internet delay, Jeff is probably... Well, we're going to get kind of a spoiler alert, thanks to Crafty Kim, and you're going to see it right there. 483 top out for Jeff.
Oh.
He got a little aggressive there at the end, Bidwell, waiting for the long bar. He gets shut out. No bar in sight, and that'll do it. Shark at 628, you are free to mullen it out. And know that game number 8 only belongs to you. You're going to tie this up. He's taking the last 2, Bidwell. And we're going to go back to a decider, just like we did in the first round. GG's.
Told you he's a warrior. He's fought all the way through, and now this set, could he get the 3 in a row to win the set back from the jaws of defeat? Not even a thing. That's just dumb. The jaws of defeat.
I think that's perfect that you said that.
Sure, as long as I said it.
Using all the puns you can. I love it.
Yep.
Keytuck done beautiful by Shark, but he'll get a split triple. Now maybe think about playing on this row 1. He knows he wants the record, Bidwell. It means a lot to him to get it.
Oh, I didn't realize that we didn't get broken last week, so yeah, let's get that max.
Yeah, no, nobody maxed out last week. A lot of those early top outs from Jeff kind of led to, Sharky not looking to mullen. And when he did mullen, he wasn't able to close it out. I think he had like a 980 something was the highest score last week. But we're looking at 835 on 26. He's within range to do it. He's looking to break Jeff's record. Jeff, 3 max outs in a season. That is the...
the Vits.
Oh, yeah, look at the dueling style.
Do you think that setting up Vits manipulates the RNG to... I mean, I know it's a seed, so it doesn't, but maybe, I don't know. That's an incomplete thought that just disregard that I even thought about it.
I've done so because I'm watching Shark with 12 lines left to
Yeah.
go. Hit a Tetris.
1 to go.
1 more left to go. And he's set up. And here it comes.
1
Biggerang!
million points, Sharky. There's your record.
Where's my cowbells, Bidwell?
I don't know, just do it on the mic. And look, trying to get a few more here, but 1,040,000, fantastic. What a way to top that game 8 off. So now we have a decider. We got a max out on the board. This is everything you want, Shark. Shark. Jeff.
King
Everybody.
Well, it's everything that Sharky wanted because he was down 4-2. He comes back, takes the next two. We're tied up for a decider, and he gets the 4th max out of the season on his end. Jeff has 1 so far. That's a total of 5. We've broken our record, but Sharky has broken the individual record all on his own. 4 max outs, and we're only in round number 5. Wow.
Here we go. Decider time. This is crucial for Jeff Moore's tournament. Like I think he's got to win this if this is going to be competitive the rest of the way out. No pressure.
No pressure, but yeah, I have to agree. You don't want to go down 4-1 after 5 rounds. You'd love to at least stick it to 3-2 and give yourself a fighting chance going into next week. Sharky, 4 wins here, gets him up to 30 overall. Jeff with the 4 wins here will go to 14, so he's going to be behind 16 games at the moment, and potentially could be 17 should he not get this win coming up. I'm going to go ahead and refresh both players, Bidwell, because we did have some slowdowns there, so I want to make sure that players are up to date and accurate before we go ahead and get this next one started.
All right. We got readies. We got max outs on the board. We got 4 wins apiece. Series so far. Here we go.
Looks like it's going to be a banger here. This is the game number 9. We're tied 4-4. Chris Bidwell. It's our final game of the night, hopefully. Count them down.
Game number 9 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
See a bit how to get that extra scream in there as he preps for this weekend.
I mean, if I don't blow my voice out this weekend, what am I even doing?
So true, my friend. So true.
Looking good so far. Nice and clean early. Both players with this first Tetris looking for number 2 there's 2 for Shark, 2 for Jeff. So first things first, get past that threshold. Find dependency on column 5. Will he create a dirty Tetris setup here? Looks like he will not. Oh, Shark with the quick top out. That does not count. So, Jeff, go ahead and top out. So, GS Cookie, or I don't know. Hopefully, what could happen to require another game? That could happen to require another game. The early top out, sub 100,000, we start over again.
Yeah, so there you go. Jeff, you can top out. Free to top out there. That is an unfortunate game ender there.
Somebody in YouTube comments saying that thinking Sharky is the favorite in this series due to their ELO and past performances in CTWC of the past couple of years. And he currently does have the commanding lead. But this has been evenly matched tonight, so we're going to get this Mark II for game number 9 here.
Let's get that going in the chat there. Countdown for you, Bidwell, one more time.
3, 2, 1, Tetris. I'll lay off the growling here for a bit.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. You scared them.
I did. Annoyed, scared, same difference.
Apples and oranges, right? Here we go, folks. This is our final game of the night. I kind of jinxed it, I guess, because I said that before, and we had the early top out, but that's okay. That's what that rule is for, right, Bidwell? Because I mean, again, at the end of the day, if you put into perspective, these players are going to have that top out shared back and forth. So really, it all evens out at the end of the day. Because Jeff had one early on, so technically it would have been a Sharky win. Sharky had one early on, would have been a Jeff win. So the Sharky gets one here now. Technically, Jeff would have won, but you do it the right way. We do it the way that the pros would play.
We're doing it to entertain you at home. So early top-out games are not entertaining to watch. So
no, certainly not.
Make sure you get your money's worth. Jeff Moore looking to fill it in. There it goes. So just holding I'm just crossing my fingers. So Sharky's past 100,000. Jeff's going to take the triple with that line piece. He's just going to play a little conservative so he can make sure he can cross that threshold. And with this next Tetris, he's going to be super close. 95,000.
We're all waiting with bated breath as we see if Jeff can cross the threshold. Z-spin, beautiful. Akibar.
Nice spin. And there we go. Official game, 118, 172 Sharky with the 2.5 Tetris lead here. Still early on. We do have some minor delays in Jeff's stream, so it's going to come in and out as the match progresses. But we will have a winner.
Note to Crafty Kim, let the kids know, turn the Wi-Fi off for themselves. They can wait one more game, then they can go back to watching Disney Plus or Paramount Plus, that Nickelodeon shows. SpongeBob can wait. Kim, tell the kids SpongeBob can wait. Let Daddy finish the match. All that bandwidth being used up in the Moore house. The Moore, they're trying to strike back, Bidwell. This is round number 5, Jeff versus Sharky. Can Jeff pull it off and get this big set win? He was up 4-2, and it looked like it was all in his favor. Sharky's come back and taken the next two. An early top out from Jeff in game number 7, and then that game 8 kind of aggressive play going into 19, and no bars coming on 20 lead to his downfall, and this is the scenario we're sitting in.
Well, either way, as we said earlier multiple times tonight, Jeff is back. Win lose during this game, he's got to be happy with his performance, but let's top it off. He wants to top it off with that W for sure.
Kip Duran in the chat noting must be hot AF for Sharky. It's 97 degrees, he says, in his room. AC not working. This is summertime in Texas, so for those of you in the States that understand the brutal heat in that region of the country, it's definitely no fun. This is torturous for him. But he's a gamer. He didn't want to miss out. He said, I'll play. Yeah. I did it last week. I'll do it again. Jeff has come back strong, too. And, again, anybody's ball game. 317 for Jeff, 355 for Sharky. Tetris is flying at this juncture.
Good close game. No issues on either board. Jeff playing it a little safe. Again, that conservative play pre-transition. That's the difference with the Das play style and then the newer kids. They'll hold out for every single Tetris possible early on. Das players like to keep it under the halfway point. But only 8,000 point difference here. Sharky with the Tetris, 429, 392, now 415. So 14,000 points, that's a half a Tetris.
Line count similar for both players. Jeff taking his time, not pushing down too heavily. Nice delayed burn set up for him. Perfect time S to lead to the long bar for the score. He's at 440, Sharky at 453. Waiting for the long bar. Here it comes Tetris for him to take it back to about a Tetris and a half in favor of the Shark.
And I'm liking Jeff's conservative approach here. He wants to extend the game out to the finish. He's not going for every single point possible, especially around the transition time.
Paying off for him. They go to
So he's going to
490.
be behind by Tetris.
Tetris with a Shark to go to 545, both at 129 lines. Shark with a 2 Tetris lead, triple into a double, into a Tetris. Jeff at 523
Nice.
already, about to go to level 20. Shark at 569. Hey now, still has runway here on 19. It's a fantastic finale, Bidwell. It's 19 play. Let's see what these guys can cook.
Well, Sharky's been literally cooking all evening. He has grown that lead now to 2 Tetrises plus, and he's going to get another one here. Jeff with a bit of a sawtooth on that left side. Gets into scoring position. Now he's behind by nearly 100,000 points, so you can see what happens in a blink of an eye. Jeff not playing poorly by any means, but Shark is just getting everything just right.
Jeff
679.
Jeff about a level ahead now. Bidwell get a Tetris to get closer to Shark at 646, but the Shark's board looking good, and when he gets those long bars, he can take advantage.
Oh, Jeff making a dependency. Is he going for no, that would only be a triple. Oh boy. Can't get anything to the right. Can't get anything to the right. That's going to do it. Sharky going to come all the way back from a 4-2 deficit to take game number 9 and the set. 5-4 victory tonight. What a performance under duress. But the good news overall is Jeff Moore is back. He's in the W call multiple times tonight. Maybe he's a little disappointed with how this finished, but no shame at all in his performance.
Yeah, certainly. You gotta take the positives out of that one. Sharky gonna feel good. Not only did he get the max out to eclipse the all-time total, but now he comes back down 4-2, takes that last third. He's becoming Mr. Closeout here, Bidwell, Mr. Clutch. The last, that last 3 games in each of these sets have just seemed to be his time. He clutches it up and takes another one away from Jeff. 5-4 is the final score, and Sharky will take the set tonight. Congratulations and GG's.
Well-earned cold shower for Sharky.
Oh, absolutely. So before he goes and does that, Bidwell, let's go and congratulate the winner. It is everybody's favorite underwater host, and he's kind of hiding there, but we'll go and get him. Let's get him on cam. There he is. Your favorite underwater host, it is Sharky. Does it again. Big win for him tonight, Bidwell. It almost looked like Jeff was going to take it. It looked like Jeff was going to get on the board big time, make this a closer series, try to get it to be 3-2 in the sets. But Sharky said, nope, it's my time. Under the duress of the heat, perhaps some exhaustion, it didn't matter. The gift Jeff gives in game number 7 leads to the Sharky max out in number 8. And the big win here in number 9. He has now got a commanding 4-1 lead. Add 5 more wins to his total of 26. He'll go to 31 wins overall. He's already over the halfway threshold of games for the best of 99. Bidwell, it seems like he is on pace to finish Jeff off, perhaps way before we even get to round number 11.
I think so. Sharky is proving his warrior spirit here. He's preparing for that Jonas Cup. So how you train under duress, you train under sticky situations, you train you're down 3 games, and he overcame all those. He got better as the night went on. He got that max out late, and he probably could have maxed out that game 9 had he mullined it and was in a slightly better position, but he was on really good pace with that 750 score in the mid 20 levels. So fantastic finish tonight for Sharky.
Well said, GG's to that man right there. Big time win, and now he's got to go back to work, but well, he's got videos to put out.
Yeah. Earn us some money.
Indeed, earned that hard, cold cash for CTWC, my man. Great job tonight from all our players, Bidwell. It was a fun night again. I mean, like you said, Jeff is back. Gave us a much better performance. Got those 4 wins. So even though he doesn't win the set tonight, it's a good takeaway for him to at least say that he's back and able to give Sharky a run for his money, literally making Shark sweat for those last 3 games. And I think we're in store. You know, if he can keep it up next week, maybe he can get over the hurdle, start getting those wins back in the sets. You know, Sharky now has a 4-1 lead in the sets. He's got the 31 to 14 lead in the series as far as games played. So, you know, technically Sharky could start wrapping this up within the next 2 to 3 rounds if that's the case, if he stays on course.
Close it up before September. That'd be an amazing accomplishment. But a lot of games to play still. So after last week, it looked kind of bad for Jeff, but certainly proud of his performance tonight. And I'm glad he's back, and it's going to be a fun rest of this series.
I agree, and I'm looking forward to it. So we're going to see everybody next week here. Jeff already says good luck. I'll see you next week, guys. Shark, hopefully that AC can get better so you can stay cool. Okay. But who knows? Who knows, man? Maybe the heat is good for Shark, right? Maybe it just gets him more focused. And I mean, got another max out tonight, so you can't say no, right?
Yeah, he persevered. That's awe-inspiring.
Well, certainly. So, Bidwell, that's it for us from the Best of 99, season number 4, round number 5. It'll go to the Shark 5-4. Tremendous job from both players. I'd like to thank them for participating week in and week out, because certainly this is a commitment that they do, and we appreciate them always coming on time and bringing their best A game as much as possible. I'd like to thank you, Chris Bidwell, for hanging out here. And certainly like to thank the viewers for watching this epic episode of the Best of 99. Chris, I think it's time, you know, we pay out the predictions. Surprising this one here. 68% in favor of Jeff winning tonight. Those 68% were probably like ready to go to the payout window and collect their funds after game number 6. And the 32% that voted for Sharky, well, they're the ones laughing it up right now.
Well, enjoy your fake money. But gamble it again next week. Why not?
Indeed. We'll see you all next week, folks. It is time for the king of the restreams to call it a day. And you know what, Bidwell? Everybody loves DAS. DAS is so much fun. Why stop watching it from our end here? Our friends over at Monthly Tetris, they got their own DAS tournament going on. It's a super circuit for CTM DAS Master. It's a couple of players you know, Bidwell. It's Wallbant from Canada. It's going to be playing DAS currently right now against Meme from Minnesota, who is co-hosting with Rhubarb that Mini D on the screen in Minnesota event that's coming up at the end of the month. They're playing against each other in a DAS style match. So why don't we go over there and check out who comes out on top. Folks, thanks again for watching. It is the King of the Restreams with the legendary Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Chris Bidwell. We are done. We'll see you all next week for more Best of 99. Sayonara and adios.